especially if you want. So,
Do you want me to hang up on the phone since I have you on my laptop now?
yeah, I think I did hang up on the phone. Oh,
Okay, okay.
um, I think you mentioned that you have a listing competition, right?
Yes.
And you're in Arkansas, correct?
Yes.
So one of the biggest things that are going on in your state are there's a lot of expired marketing, a lot of expired listings hitting the market.
Mhm.
And we have a very solid way of turning those into your listings. Um, we actually do 4 workshops every week for all of our clients, and you're welcome to join us even if you're not a client. I'll show
Okay.
you where you could sign up for that. That would be at leadgenwebinars.com. And we'll start again, I think, on Monday.
Okay.
Um, let's see here, right here, Monday, 7 a.m. Pacific. And then later in the day at 4 p.m. Pacific. And we kind of go into just helping agents unpack and understand what's going on with expireds. But if you go look at our website, you'll see that this gentleman here, down here, Scott Murray, he door knocks for 3 days and adds 2.7 million to his pipeline. This gentleman up here is in an office of 106 agents. He's been a realtor for 2 years this month in April. Um, he just closed 2.2 million in the first 2 weeks of January of listings, and also like I think closed 3 or 4 from working expired. So you can hear how they're all kind of doing it here. And this young lady is 4 years out of high school and has 4 listings in 6 weeks, also working expired. So the thing about that, and I don't know if you have this kind of data set, but you can see expireds inside of your MLS, right?
Yeah.
But if you need the contact information, there are companies that sell that. This is one of them. And they'll give you name, email, phone number, mailing
Mhm.
address, and they'll also tell you who's on the do not call list. So that kind of is useful. So if you have that data set, we have tools to help you engage them. And I will show you what they are, kind of a couple of examples of what they are. So I mentioned the young girl who's right out of high school. She's doesn't really know any better, so she calls people day one when they expire. And those poor people are getting called by dozens, if not hundreds of agents saying, "Hey, would you like to list?" Right? Um, and that's not what more seasoned people do, but she calls him twice and then she leaves a voicemail. They're not answering. She texts them once and said, "Would you like to see my listing presentation?" They don't respond. And then you see here, this is my listing section. So this is what we do. Does this look at all familiar to you, Alicia?
No.
Yeah.
No.
So I think you're using somebody else. But, we have listings that are for sale, open house, sold, all of them can capture leads. Um, but when we have this one that says expired, what we're doing here is we're creating a listing presentation in an online magazine platform called Flipbook. And so this is what the young lady JJ does. She'll put the name of the homeowner and their address on the cover, put a photograph of the home right in embedded throughout this. This is our listing presentation. And so when you have a listing, you can tell people this is what I do, right? I do paid ads on Facebook and Instagram. We share it on social media. We actually do this automatically, the automatic posting to social media. We even put landing pages behind it so you can capture free leads. We create a virtual tour and put it on YouTube. We create postcards and door hangers. You can download them and print them, mail them, locally. We create a nearby homeowner letter, which is actually really important for you that want more listings, and I'll show that to you in a moment. We also create tools for email. So if you got a database or CRM, you can blast out there. And then we also create, single property websites and virtual tours, flyers, of course. Everything is mobile optimized, and you can uh, scan this, and your home will pop up right on your phone. This is closing deals for any listing lead. You could be talking to FISBOs. You could have found a lead on Zillow or wherever else. And if you can get this to them, you're going to have you're most likely going to have a conversation with somebody. And that's what this young lady
Is that
is
like a
doing.
hard copy or is that like an email template?
That is an email template, but in my hand, I'm holding the hard copy. Now, this hard copy isn't listing specific. This one has one person's home in it and one person's name and address on the cover. This one, you can buy in groups of 10, and it's the exact same thing, but it's more generic photos of homes, but you're listed and your logo on each page. So when we go here back to our homepage and we hear what these people are doing, this guy right here, we did a recording with him in November when he first started using expireds, and he was just getting a lot of listings. And he said, my goal is to get 10 of these physical things in my market every month. No, I'm sorry, every week. So that's 40 a month. Okay. And that's why in the first 2 weeks of January, he closes 2.2 million in North Carolina in new listings. There's also another uh, gentleman here. So we do live training 5 days a week for all of our clients. We have people signing up every day. So we do live training to keep them, understanding what's going on. You see this call here, it says 10 listings in 10 weeks.
Mhm.
This is a guy who is doing, oh, you're kind of popping up on your screen. I think there's some tape or something halfway over your camera. It's like you're halfway.
Really?
Yeah, yeah. I don't
Huh.
know. Who knows? Who knows?
Is
Anyway,
that better or no?
no, now it's off. Now there you are. There you are.
Oh,
Good morning.
that's so weird. Okay, good morning.
So
Sorry, I'm gonna
this
get some
call,
Tylenol real quick.
no problem. I'll tell you, and you don't have to watch this. We've got a call here with an agent up in Boston. And since you had mentioned you're working on listings, he's actually doing the three top things that get you listings. And if you watch call, you'll find that he's got a very good follow-up system. So what he does is he's working expireds. He's got these pamphlets. He is working sold marketing, and I'm going to show you how he does that. So he markets sold listings, and that gets you buyer leads because you'll see why in a moment. And he does open houses. And open houses here in 2025 were the number one way of getting more listings for our clients. And you had
Yeah.
mentioned something about your leads and not turning into business. And we have a lot of ways to capture leads, right? But I can tell you our open house marketing and this expired marketing pamphlet, you're meeting people. You are shaking hands and you're meeting people. And those listings, those leads are turning into business in days, if not weeks, not months and not years. Okay. Now, the one thing that this guy does that's really different is he waits 2 to 3 years after they've expired and then reaches out. So now they're really willing to talk. But he's doing open houses, getting seller leads. He's working expireds, getting seller leads, and he's marketing sold homes and getting seller leads. So let's go look at how you do that. So your listings, we auto populate them in your account. And if let's say that, you mentioned that you have some other agents on your team, they could borrow listings from each other or from your office and say, hey, let's borrow something that's already sold, right? Because I want more listings. So I've got a sold property here. If I click market listings, these are all the things that we're doing automatically. The things that will get you leads, though, and the thing that gentleman who I showed you on YouTube, he's got one listing. I've still early here, so he's got one listing every week for the past 10 weeks. But I think more importantly, he has 2 to 4 listing appointments every week for months. And the way he's doing that is he's capturing seller leads with us. And the first thing he does is he markets a sold property. So this is our Facebook ad software. For $50, these leads cost about $7. So he could expect 6, 7, 8 leads with name, email, and phone number. I'm going to show you this not because you need to do this, but when people click our ads, these fields are auto-populated by Facebook. Your full name, email, and phone number. They can go through and get their address, put in their address and get their home valuation right there. So that gentleman, Leo, is doing this. And he is also going here to the postcards. And our postcards on the front, let's see here. There's a web link and a QR code to take you to a place. And because this home was sold, it's going to offer you a free home value. And if you flip over the postcard, there's another link and it says, hey, that affects your home value. Go get your home value. So that's one of the three things that he does. He runs a Facebook ad and mails postcards on all of his sold homes. The other thing he does is he holds open houses, and most agents don't know this. I'd say 50% of all agents don't even want to hold an open house. Our clients do because they are meeting homeowners. And here's why. This is an open house right here. Now, the first thing anybody wants to do in our world is run an ad on Facebook and get buyer leads again with name, email, and phone number, right? And the only thing I would tell you to do is once it's written, it's all done here. Just put in the date and time, right? Because if people are on a smartphone, they may not see it if you got that down further. And then boom, create ad, $35 ad. You'd expect about 10 or 11 leads with name, email, and phone number. So he does that. And this over here, this nearby homeowner letter, this is why you get more listings from open houses. This is a piece of paper. Okay, so there is a digital version. You can email this too. But if you print this 100 times and walk around the neighborhood to tell everybody you've got an open house this weekend, invite them over. The only people that are going to come in there are people who are one. Let me click something here. I just Jasmine's coming in. Uh,
Hello.
hello.
Husband,
Hey, how are you?
good. How are you? I'm
I'm
glad you
doing
joined
well.
us.
Yes.
Hi, Jasmine. Let's
Hi.
see. So let me carry on. So Jasmine, we're talking about open house marketing. We're talking about
Okay.
how to get more listings. And whenever you have a listing, we create all these tools here for you. And first thing everybody likes to do is run a Facebook ad. But the next thing they like to do is print up one of the versions of these nearby homeowner letters and give it to like 100 neighbors. You're telling them, hey, I've got an open house this weekend. Come check it out if you're interested. And this piece of paper, they can go right to this website on their own computer and get their home value. We auto generate this page for you as well. So I don't think people are interested. We have certainly had people do that before the open house. What you really want is you want them to walk into that open house and meet you. And like I was showing you earlier, Aleisha, we have this in a version that doesn't say expired. It's just how we're going to sell your home because it's our listing presentation, right? So if you've got a few of those, you've already got some valuable tools. If you invite 100 homeowners, if you get three or four, you're getting that's a pretty good day,
Absolutely. Yeah.
right? But over here, we have 80 PDF guides designed for each of you. You're branded on
Oh,
each page, your
okay.
headshot, your logo.
Okay.
40 are for buyers and 40 are for sellers. And what our clients do is they print out the flyer,
Uh-huh.
and I've got one right here, and that is also branded to you. And they can download that with a QR code right there. And this one's
Mhm.
about downsizing, but as you can see, there's 80. And if you click marketing tools, the print flyers are right here.
Uh-huh.
You want to have a box of these, like six of these different titles. You leave them in your car and you pull them out at every open house. Because if you invited the neighbors who own homes in, they can start seeing different topics that, yes, they can scam, but more importantly, they're recognizing you are a realtor from your office, right? So that's a big part of the open house, as well as this. If you're doing an open house and it's got a smart TV, most smart TVs have like a YouTube app, right?
Yeah. Mhm.
So you can do this at home. You can also download this video and put it on your own YouTube channel. It is a 5-minute commercial of our listing presentation. And you can run this on an 80-inch TV. And again, you've got our listing presentation, you've got it here in a commercial, you've got our flyers, and you've invited neighbors. And the only people who are going to walk into that house, somebody thinking from the neighborhood letters, is somebody thinking of selling or buying. And this is all that I've shown you is why our clients are holding 2 to 4 open houses every week because they
Wow.
meet more homeowners this way.
Yeah.
Okay.
Hold on one second, Vincent. I wanted to tell Jasmine, are you still on here?
Mhm.
Yes, I
Okay.
am.
So he started off by telling us how important it was for expired listings, like reaching out to expired listings. He had mentioned that, like there was a newer agent who calls the expired listings like the next day, but it's generally better to wait a little bit.
Three
Um,
months.
yeah,
Yeah.
a few months so you can look back at how long they've been expired, and then it's always great to, and they give you in this particular website, they give you like the contact information. So expired listings is a great way to get leads as long as like what he just went over with open houses. So just kind of take note with that is like open houses is a great way to generate business and leads for listings and also expired listings. So just some keynotes to take away right there. Okay.
And now, just to remind you, I am recording this, so I will send this to you, Alexis,
Oh,
so
okay, good. Yeah.
you can all see this. So there's kind of, I'm going to repeat this just for you, Jasmine. We have a YouTube channel, and I'll be sending this link to our YouTube channel to you as well.
Okay.
This gentleman here, which we recorded just a few weeks ago, 4 weeks ago. He has 2 to 4 listing appointments every week, and he's closing one listing every week. And he's doing 3 things with us. He's working expireds, he's holding open houses and doing just what I showed you, getting the nearby homeowner letter, and he is marketing sold properties. Okay, that's it. All 3 of those things get seller leads. I will stress he has a very serious follow-up system. He follows up with his leads because if you're getting seller leads, they're not going to sell today. That they might, but expireds will actually convert in a matter of days because
Jasmine's a newer agent, Vincent. So
okay.
like also tell her that she can borrow, like you
Yeah.
said, the silk. Yeah.
Yeah. So I'll show you another story related to that. But when we go look at our website, what I was mentioning here, this young lady has been out of high school for 3 years or 4 years. And she has 4 listings in 6 weeks. And what she does is she goes to the MLS and she sees like, oh, something expired today, and she calls him today. That's what kind of new young rookie agents do. Because actually, if you're in an office, many managers will say, hey, you're the youngest one, call those expireds today. And hundreds of agents are calling those poor homeowners. So they don't actually want to talk to anybody, but she doesn't know any better. And she does this anyway. She calls them and leaves them 2 voice messages on day one. And then she texts them once and says, would you like um, to see my listing presentation? I see you want to sell your home. And they don't respond. And then she creates one which says how to sell your expired home with their name on it, their address on the cover, and a picture of their home throughout this. So this listing presentation we create for you, and you can create a unique one for every listing lead you talk to. That might be a FISBO. That might be just a great seller lead that you got from an open house, or it could be an expired. This one is for expired, right? That young lady has 4 listings in 6 weeks, signed contracts, right? Um, That's not what experienced realtors do, though. This guy, he leaves a voicemail 3 months after. And I'm going to send you an email, Aleisha, and I really encourage you to share that. It is the things about expireds, and it has these 3 people. They're longer versions of these videos. What's great about this one is he tells you his voicemail that he leaves, which is very unassuming, very polite, and it's basically, I see you were trying to sell your home 3 months ago. I'm a realtor here in the area. I'd love to just come over and shake your hand and give you something I think will help you, which is this, which he ordered from us. And this is about $10 each. Okay. And just to repeat, and I know you've already heard this, that gentleman right there, Jasmine, is putting 40 of these into his market every month. That's 10 a week. So he's finding 10 expireds, getting in touch with them, and getting those in their hands. And that's why in the first 2 weeks of January, which is when this video is recorded, he closes 2.2 million in new listings in North Carolina in the first two
Those
weeks.
are those are generic magazines, so it's
Correct.
just like you said, it's not geared towards that specific listing. It's just so you can give them to several different people and it be the same information.
That's right. It's going to be
Okay.
branded to you on every
Yes.
page, But
Hmm.
it is
Okay.
our listing presentation. But we can't print these for $10 individually for
Sure,
each purchase.
sure.
However, some people do that. Like I know people who create this and they send it over to FedEx and have it printed there if they really want to close that, right? So it's printed, you got a nice leave behind.
Okay.
Um, so open this piece of paper, the nearby homeowner letter, and you can borrow listings. Let me show you a couple things inside the account real fast. So if I go to listings and you won't, let's say, Jasmine, you don't have your own listings, maybe you can borrow one from Aleisha that she sold a while ago, right? So you can go here and you can manually add sold ones, okay? Because we can't pull sold properties. But you can also say grab and you can pull in an active listing. And a lot of newer agents do this for open houses. So they, do an open house for another agent, put in the zip code and the MLS ID, say it's not yours, so we don't create a YouTube video automatically, and grab it, and it'll pull it in. And then, you should run an ad on Monday or Tuesday if you're having an ad open house on Saturday. You click that button there, and you click this button there, and you're going to get leads with name, email, and phone number. Then you print this out, which is the nearby homeowner letter, which we've been looking at, and you hand that to a bunch of neighbors and invite them to your open house. That's kind of it, right? um I'm going to go kind of quickly just to show Jasmine. So the other thing you can do, I've got a home here that's sold. You can see the status is sold. Again, run a Facebook ad because these leads come with name, email, and phone number, and it's saying this home is sold and that affects your home value. Click here to get your home value. And what that gentleman also does, who's getting one listing per week, is he mails out postcards because the front of our postcard has a hyperlink and a QR code to take people to go get their home value. And on the back, it says, hey, that affects your home value. Go to that website. So this
Let me ask you
postcard,
something on the
yeah,
postcards. So do you guys ship the postcards to the agent and then she mails them out, or do y'all have like a generic
you see this
like you
company here, Express
mm-hmm.
Copy. So if you go set up an account with them, they would then you put your address, right? And it would
Uh-huh.
say, Jasmine at this
Uh-huh.
address. So it's coming from her. And then she can connect here and you'll have this green button that says print and mail.
Uh-huh.
And if you do this, get mail list, you can say, I want you to mail this
Yeah.
in
That's the
a
easiest way to do it. Give
three
me like
mile.
a 3 mile radius.
Yeah.
Sure.
And
Okay.
and they only mail it to people who have owned a home for more than 6 years. That's
Oh
like the
wow.
smartest thing you can do,
Oh
right?
yeah. That's
It,
great.
if you want, you can also use Every Door Direct
Mm-hmm.
and you can just download it and send it to them and they do a similar thing, right? Or you might have a local printer. Again, you could download it and send it to your local printer. Okay. So,
But then
um,
you're like scratching your head about like, well, who should I send it to? You know what I mean?
correct,
Like,
correct.
so,
No, Express
so I
Copy
think
makes
the
it
best thing
easy.
is the express mailer,
Yeah.
whatever you called it.
Yeah. No, because you're sending it to people with equity and that's exactly what you want to do.
Mm-hmm,
There,
mm-hmm,
you can get a little more involved. I will tell you this because it sounds like you're having a competition, and these are the things that are going to move the needle quickly, right?
mm-hmm.
But I will say this: if you run an ad on a sold property, you will get seller leads, name, email, and phone number. They're not going to convert as quickly as if you meet somebody and put this in their hand,
Absolutely.
especially if they're expired, right? Because to
Do you
meet them,
have one of those? Sorry to interrupt, but do you
but
have one of the? I do a lot of for sale by owners. Do
yeah.
you do? Okay. You have a magazine for this for sale by owners where we could
I I
knock
have
on the
one.
door.
I have right here. Not only do I have that magazine, which is here,
Uh-huh.
we actually have
Nice.
a landing page with its own postcards, if you and door hangers that you can
Oh
go
my
put on that
gosh.
door when you knock. But
Wow.
here is what you're kind of asking. This is a flip book for sale by owner, the complete marketing plan, right?
Yeah.
So this is their home built in. And so you can definitely, and so I'll tell you, let me show you the landing page that we've created. So we actually have a landing page that you can go out and market to people.
Mm-hmm.
And it says something like this. I see you're selling your home. You can customize whatever city you want, right? And
Yeah.
you can create, different ones. You can create unlimited landing pages, and you can say, would you like some free tools? Would you like a virtual tour? Would you like social media? Right? Yes. Okay, I want those. What's all your contact information? And when they click that next button, it says, where is the photograph of your home? So at that point, we create that listing as a FISBO with all the tools that they requested, just automatically. You see, if I click marketing tools here,
Hmm.
every tool that was on that landing page is here, and we auto generate it with the one image. Now you could reach out to them and say, hey, I got, here's the virtual tour you wanted. Could I have a few more photographs? Or can I come by and take some photographs, right? So that you can actually meet the
Well,
person.
aren't you wanting to convert the for sale by owner to an actual listing? So why would you give
Exactly.
them all the tools
Well,
for them to do
you're
it on their own?
because I'm sure you know this, but on average, a FISBO will hand it to a listing agent in 2 months in the United States. So
Hmm.
if you are using this strategy, you're starting a conversation with that person. What you're doing
Okay.
is just saying, "Hey, I'm a realtor." They already made the decision that they want to sell it their themselves.
Hmm.
What we're doing is saying, "Hey, get them some free tools, get in contact, build a rapport." That's going to
Hmm.
end up becoming your listing,
Yeah, I
right?
get it.
It's a little bit.
I I do get a lot of my listings from for sale by owners. But I get it from, like reaching out directly, like you said, but I would love to have a magazine in hand and like
Mhm.
deliver that to them myself. So,
Totally. And that you can make that. Let me show you how you do this. Okay.
and
Because
do y'all still have the where you show me all the for sale by owners?
so
Like,
we don't have that data set, but this company here, which I am going to email to you, does have
uh
that data.
okay.
Okay. So you definitely want to have that. You get expireds and FISBOs.
Yeah. Wow. Okay.
Okay.
And will they
And
show you the dates on how long they've been on market and how long they've
yeah,
been expired?
and they'll show you who's on do not call.
Oh, wow. Okay.
Yeah. If you use this, and I'm going to email this to you in one email with like a couple videos and
Yeah.
where you can order books. If you use this, well, first of all, let me know and I'll steer you in the right direction. But you want to let them know you're working with us on our expired marketing, and they will give you 6 months back data of expireds. And
Oh,
you
wow.
want that because they only give you 30 days back look back, and you actually want to start reaching 90
Oh,
days
so you
out.
actually have to specifically ask for the 6 months.
Yes. And then they'll just go, yep, they know us. And we're promoting them, as like a great lead source. So they're like, okay, we're going to give you 6 months, which is what you don't want to call people on day one, like
Yeah,
JJ.
right.
Right. So
Because at that point, they're just pissed their house didn't sell.
totally. Yeah, it's the wrong time to say I'm a realtor. Yeah. Yeah. But, our listing presentation, this is different than what most people are talking about, right? We're
Yeah.
talking about print, we're talking about social media, we're talking about paid ads and,
Hmm.
all the things that they recognize that nobody's ever told them, right?
Right.
So that's
Hmm.
why this listing presentation is it's just crushing it. If you go down here, this lady was in the Coast Guard, sorry, for 20 years and just retired, moved to Florida, got her license, lives like by Orlando, was really only operating as a realtor for 1 month and meet somebody walking in her neighborhood. And she's like, oh, yeah, I'm a realtor. And she's like, oh, I'm thinking of selling. So she signs up. I talked to her that day. We create that custom listing presentation. And she just whips out her laptop, goes through it. The person asked, where do I sign? Not what's your commission? Nothing. Just like they got it. And that's a lady who's not terribly experienced in real estate,
Yeah. Yeah.
right? So
I mean, it made her look experienced. So,
totally. Yeah.
yeah.
And if you listen to that call, she's like, I think it's just that it's so thorough that they can see what's going on and they're ready to
Sure.
go. Right.
Yeah.
So there's more to it, right? I mean, in terms of landing pages.
Can you explain to me, and I know I'm not very technical savvy, but what exactly is a landing page?
Okay, this is the landing page section. And
Okay.
a landing page has different names. Some people call them funnels,
Mm-hmm.
squeeze pages, but this is like you want to find out about new construction, right?
Mm-hmm.
There's nothing, you can't do anything but click that button, which grabs their name and email and delivers it to you, or fill out this name and email.
Okay. So
There's
the
no
landing
other
page just directs the person to you.
to your lead capture. Yeah,
Okay.
because
Okay.
a lot of people, this is a landing page for instant home value. A lot of
Mm-hmm.
people sign up and then we give you the code where you can embed this on your website.
Mm-hmm.
And then they spend money and drive people to that page on their website. The
Mm-hmm.
problem is your website has many, many links. Learn about this,
Mm-hmm.
go see this. And so they can just get lost. You can pay for a click to get them there and they can get lost. On a landing page, there's no option. It's like
Mm.
one option. Put your address
Right.
in. When you click that, now we need your email. Then they get their instant home value. That's the whole point of it,
And so
right?
you don't even run a CMA for them, like that just automatically gets sent to them, so the CMA is automatically done for them?
It's a yeah, it's an instant. It gives you a low, medium, high value,
Okay. Okay.
and you see it, we copy you, and that again is how you start the conversation. Hey, I saw you
Okay.
got your number there. Did you get
So
it?
then yeah, and then you run a more accurate and like, let me just see where you land in
Exactly.
this area and
Yeah,
this,
exactly. Like, hey, I
okay.
work here. Let me do something a little more custom, and you can start saying, have you done any improvements and things like that.
Okay.
Um, and then once you've gone back and forth there, well, I definitely recommend that you then say, by the way, this is how I sell homes. And
Hmm.
you just copy this link at the top on the cover and text it to them or
Mm.
or email it to them and say, this is what I do. But or you can present this in hand. Some people don't like some of our agents don't like to send this. They want to be there when they see it. And some people want to send it immediately because it gets the conversation started. So you can kind of try both.
Okay.
Uh, so yeah, there's also, there's a lot of PDF guides. We share these for free on your social media. When you sign up, you connect your social media accounts, and we put every one of these throughout the year on, there's a calendar kind of thing there. And also we do this. This is kind of useful and this is called social content. So you connect your social media accounts here. And if you have Instagram, this grows Instagram accounts. And if you have Google Business, it's adding SEO to that so that your Google Business can show up on page one on any real estate search in your
Oh,
market.
nice.
If,
Okay.
if you have that, you definitely want to connect this because there's all of these are like colorful social media style posts, right?
Okay. Yeah.
Automatically done.
What do you mean they show up on Google on your Google page?
So do you have Google Business page?
Yeah, I do.
So I don't have one, but let me show you. This
Can
is
you
a
pull
rest.
up mine? Can you see if you could pull up mine?
I'll try. Yeah. What's it called?
It's just Alicia McIntyre,
Okay.
Aleisha, and then McIntire. Realtor. I should be that. Yeah, that one. Realtor. Alicia
Realtor.
McIntyre, Realtor.
Okay.
I think.
Right there.
Yeah.
Okay. You see your reviews here. So there's
Yeah.
actually a products area, which I don't see
Mm-hmm.
because it's not there, because you probably don't have any products built in there. But
Mm-hmm.
our content would show up in here. And because of that constant refresh of our
Mm-hmm.
content, that page will start to migrate on page one of any local real estate search. They don't have to look for your name. They just have to type in real estate Arkansas or real estate Benton, right? And
Mm-hmm.
that will be on page one.
Gotcha. Okay.
Right. Because if Jasmine goes to her computer and types in Arkansas real estate or Benton, Arkansas real estate, who is on
Mm-hmm.
page one? Right.
Right.
And
Absolutely.
right. And so to get there for free, well, there's a monthly cost on our platform, but you're not paying for ads. That actually, Google is adding that SEO value. And you just set and forget that.
Okay.
Right. And all those PDF guides that I mentioned, we're also posting to your Google business. So this gets out there, right? I think really the great thing about Google Business is your reviews, which you
Yes.
have, and we can auto sweep your reviews into our tools so that when people are looking at your landing pages or your virtual touristing property, they're going to see your reviews. So
Okay, good.
people, when they meet you, they're very likely will come here. But it's better for you if this shows up anytime anybody just asks any question about real estate. And that's what
Right.
that content does.
Okay.
So there's more, but I don't want your head to explode.
Yeah.
Does everybody have a CRM?
Jasmine's very new to the business, so that is definitely something. Jasmine, do you have one, honey?
I don't.
I
Okay.
would recommend if you sign up, Jasmine, um, we have it's called follow-ups. We have email drip campaigns that are more effective than 95% of all real estate CRMs. We get in the inbox and these actually close appointments. So if you sign up, just go here and turn these two on. We also have,
Jasmine, do you know what a CRM is, honey?
Yes, I do.
Okay.
yeah.
Okay.
And we also save all your leads on this page and we can then you can work your leads, right? You can click here, you can add notes, you can call them. You just got them all in one place. And you can see if you're using our drip campaigns, one, that we are sending them ongoing email because you turned it on. And two, are they opening it, right? So you'll really
Right.
know like that's actually a hotter lead, right? Um, and
Let me
also,
ask you this about
uh,
your so that's y'all's considered your drip campaign. I mean your CRM, right?
yeah, and you
Okay.
could add
So
tasks.
if you're paying for it monthly and then decide, you know what, I can't afford this right now, I'm going to take a break, does the CRM follow you or is it stuck in y'all's website?
The CRM, what you can do is export your leads,
Okay.
but you can't take our software, right?
Sure. Okay. I got
Yeah.
it.
Yeah.
So you can export it though.
Yeah. And another
Okay.
thing, that I would highly recommend, especially for you, Jasmine, if you don't have your own website, every account comes with a few websites. This one is
Now,
called the,
iRealty does
oh,
give
okay.
our agents their own website. It's pretty generic, and it's something that they have to kind of build over time, but it gives you a starting point.
Oh, go.
So, yeah,
This is ours. And this is loaded with lead capture of all of our tools, your reviews, our listing presentation. Anytime you see a button, you got to get, it's lead capture. That's what we've been about, right? Even our home value is here, right?
yeah,
So
yeah,
you could change that to what is your Arkansas home worth, and you could have some picture that looks like Arkansas, and that would be like flowing through your whole deal. But those are just free parts of the system, right? I think when you have an account with us, and we haven't talked about pricing, but for a single agent, it's $95 a month. For a team account of 5 agents, it's $250 a month. Everything is month to month, and there's no setup fee. Um, and the only extra things you have to pay for are if you're running it out on Facebook, you're gonna do it through us, but you're gonna charge your credit card on Facebook. And if you are printing things, it costs money to print and mail things. But there's a lot of free tools that you can use.
All right. Well, that sounds great. Thank you so much.
You're welcome. And like I said, I'll put this recording up online.
Okay.
And if you have questions, let me know. Jasmine, do you have any questions?
No, I don't.
Okay. Um, well, thanks for your time, both of
Yeah.
you.
Thank you so much. I appreciate it, Vincent.
Uh-huh. Have a
All right.
great
Thank
weekend.
you. All right.
You're
Okay.
welcome.
Bye.
Bye bye.
Bye-bye.